everyone, and welcome to the NYRA Bets live stream post Future Stars Friday reaction. We're up here. It looks like we're on a roof. Indeed, we are on a roof. And my name is Matthew DeSantis. This is Kaylie Shapiro. We're here talking about and recapping a huge Juvenile Friday, talking a little bit about, obviously, what's going to be taking place on a huge Saturday as well. But would love to hear from what all of you are doing in the comments. Right at the wire. Oh, that's our guy. That's our guy. I hope he's lighting up a cigar and had some winners today. Right at the wire. Always love him. Kaylie, huge day today. What are your thoughts? First time really seeing racing at Del Mar.
I have to start off. What about Ted Naffy?
What about Ted Naffy?
And here's the thing. Listen, I had the horse second. I would have picked him to win. I was trying to get a better price, with Brant there.
Yeah.
But Brant, he stopped running as soon as he felt Ted Naffy. Yes, he did.
I'm actually higher on Brant than you are after this race. That's interesting.
No,
you liked Brant before.
Well,
I wasn't a big fan.
You had a better view. Honestly, I have my glasses on. I was like this, looking at the race like this, trying to figure it out. But definitely need to watch the replay a few times. But from what I saw at the first glance, Ted Naffy blew them away, in my opinion. So
Ted Naffy,
obviously, in hindsight, 4 to 5 was fine. In hindsight,
in hindsight, sure, it's fine. So, and our guy Robert T said Ted Naffy. That's it. That's the day right there.
He was so impressive.
So impressive. We had a couple of really impressive winners. Obviously, Ted Naffy, and then Stad in the last race as well. Stad for Aidan O'Brien ran huge.
Overcame that far outside post.
Yeah, first horse ever to overcome that far outside post at the Breeders' Cup at Del Mar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it really, that was a huge effort by Stad. But let's start with the day being thrown off a little bit, because you and I did cap in the card for Saturday. We recorded it this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And we got done recording it, and I opened Twitter, and everybody went nuts because Precise, Aidan O'Brien's filly, was scratched, and she was everybody's single in that late pick 5 sequence. It's a tough roll, but
it was a whole bunch of bombs.
You know what happened? Aidan's son, Donica O'Brien, he had him. He covered him. Valentina that day. So he still got the win. The O'Brien family still stayed there. Just incredible racing up and down the card. Yeah, absolutely. So let's listen. Let's start at the start. Let's talk a little bit about that first Juvenile Turf Sprint. Schwarzenegger. I am the governor. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, I really thought that he would have sat, a better trip or been a bit more competitive than he actually was, because I thought actually the cutback to 5.5 to 5 would have actually made him, he was able to go the speed that he usually does and hold the lead that he has and the advantage over the field. And I thought actually he would have let it roll going 5 furlongs. Yeah. But
because he didn't have to worry about that last half. You're right.
Right. Yeah. But, he was caught, and that was unfortunate. But I heard that those were the fastest fractions had for the
at Del Mar. At Del Mar and Turf Sprints, those are the fastest fractions. Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. And by the way, the tale of 2 days. Sam O'Neill says, I had Ted over Mr. AP, exactly paid $56. That was the right idea. Go Ted over a bomb, because that was the way you were going to make money. And so shout out to Sean. Carlos, on the other hand, my guy Carlos, he lost all his money. We got Carlos. We got to get you. We'll get you re-up tomorrow.
Same here, Carlos. I think I broke even if I'm lucky, but I know for a fact that I have to triple my money tomorrow. No, I have to.
She has to, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Listen, something else. A good way to triple your money is, if you're not playing yet, is to start playing on NYRA Bets. Why? Because if you use the promo code LIVE25, because you're watching this live stream right now, this is just for you guys. LIVE25. You use this promo code, you get a free $25 bet and up to a $200 deposit match bonus. If you're not playing with NYRA Bets yet, use the promo code LIVE25 and you get a free $25 bet and up to a $200 deposit match bonus. You can't beat it.
No, and the unique part about this LIVE25 code is that literally every other ADW makes you bet that $25 in a particular way. I hate when people tell me how to bet my money when I sign up for their app. You know?
Oh, I know.
And NYRA Bets, when you sign up with this code LIVE25, you can literally bet the $25 however you want to play it.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah.
So you can bet literally $5 on 5 long shots throughout the day, and it's free.
Yeah, it's free. Absolutely. And listen, obviously we work here at NYRA Bets, but listen, we have some great promotions. You guys got to be opting in. You know what the promo is tomorrow? $25,000 pick 5 hit and split. Could I interest you in that?
Yeah,
maybe a little bit.
Maybe a
Not
little.
bad. But anyway, enough of the NYRA Bet stuff.
If you had to single anybody tomorrow on Saturday's card, who would you single? That's my hot question for you.
That Nisos.
Yeah,
I'm singling Nisos.
I agree with
That's the only single I think on the entire card.
Me too.
I don't see a single anywhere else. Where do you guys think? Let us know. What do you think? What's your single on the card?
Nisos is the goods.
Yeah.
That's all I know from being,
I think so too.
2 days in Del Mar, got off the flight, first time being at this track ever.
Yeah.
Anything I've seen of Nisos.
Oh, he's
the goods.
Yeah, he's the goods. He's the real deal. Here's another interesting thing. But let's go back to this juvenile turf sprint, the first race. Sci-Fair ends up winning at 4-1, pays $12 to win. That's George Weaver, the trainer. I joked with you. I go, he's the new Wesley Ward. But you really do feel a little bit of the changing of the guards there, because Schwarzenegger is Wesley Ward, and here is George Weaver getting it done with Sci-Fair. But the horse that might have run the best race, I mean, Sci-Fair ran a huge race because he was right off those fractions of Schwarzenegger and finished strong. But the horse that ran certainly the second best race did run second. That was Brussels. He ran huge.
Yes, and originally
you love that horse. You
I
like that horse a lot.
I did like that horse a lot. I was tempted actually to pick him to win, but I did pick Schwarzenegger as my top pick, and then Brussels as my value play there. And Schwarzenegger got tired. He felt the heat of your 10 Sci-Fair right on his hip, and he was done at this point. As soon as he felt that horse on his hip, he was done.
Yeah, he really was.
I will never bet that horse again. After seeing that.
I'll bet him at Aqueduct in a listed stakes.
Yeah, and he folded as soon as he felt that horse on his hip, and that Brussels did not break whatsoever.
No, I even said to you right. I said he blew the brake. He blew the brake. That was what I was worried about the whole time. And that number one post in those turf sprints, I freaking hate it. And listen, we got some great stuff popping off in the chat. Right at the wire goes, Nisos is a free square for sure. But Alex also says, we need some Kaylie. We need some live feed for Kaylie's paddock impressions. That's what we need.
I'd love to do that.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that. It was really hard to see the horses in the paddock today.
It is.
I was interested to see the juvenile fields in the paddock. I literally didn't even not get to take a chance to glance at
I know.
them.
It's hard to get access because we don't have,
The fillies I did.
Yeah,
and I will say that my one takeaway from seeing the fillies field in the paddock, or at least during their walk up, is that the number 3 meaning. We'll hear a lot from that filly in the future. That's for a fact. She's a physical standout. Out of the entire juvenile fillies field, meaning, who was not in my top 4, was she was the standout. She was the
gun runner,
nicest horse in the field. I think we'll hear a lot from her.
It was funny. Kaylie was doing this. She was recording, and Meaning walked by, and she just did this because I was standing behind her. And Meaning walks by, and she just goes like that. He's like, yeah, I saw what you saw too. Meaning she's a monster as well. And once she gets more experience, she's gonna be real nice.
Yeah, that was only her second career start. What did she do?
She's gonna be nice.
She ran third?
Fourth, I think. Fourth, yeah. But it still ran a big race because she was in that dead heat with Percy's Bar and Tommy Joe. In that photo, I shouldn't say dead heat, but yeah.
2 fillies that have a lot more experience than she.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Sean O'Neill says Hope Road. That's his single for tomorrow. I like that horse a lot for Bob Baffert. I think Bob, he didn't have a good day, juvenile day. I think Bob has a few wins tomorrow in his back pocket.
Come on, Bob.
You gotta go talk to Bobby B. You gotta go to talk to him in the barn.
Grant could have gotten it done. I don't think he wants
to. So Brandt, here's the thing. Ted Noffey went by him at the top of the stretch. Larry Colma said, and now Ted Noffey takes over the top of the stretch. Brandt fought back.
Yeah, but he had nothing. But he had nothing.
No, but he fought back.
Well, who cares? He had nothing.
And that was his first time going 2 turns, though. That was his first time. I'm just saying, don't give up on Brandt. Maybe he's a miler, but Yeah, I mean, honestly, that would fit the profile.
Yeah.
Most of Bob's horses over the last couple of years have been milers. Yeah, Carl Carlson, I can't believe what the pick 5 just paid. Yeah, it's you and me both, man. I mean,
What
pick
did it
5,
pay?
astronomical because of Valentina. Here, you
And
talk
you know
about
what? That Valentina horse,
yeah,
I heard so many comments in the paddock. Anyone that I talked to, they were like, this horse, this is my big long shot. And the more I looked at the form, the horse made all the sense in the world on paper.
yeah,
And certainly people saw something in the horse in the
Yeah.
paddock. I did not take a look, but interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of talk about that horse, at least at the track
yeah.
at Del Mar.
There was.
And the horse went off at a pretty big price.
There was, by the way, the pick 5 paid $9,400. $9,400, not bad, not bad. By the way, the I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the trifecta in the juvenile Phillies turf paid $1,270, just the trifecta. And people want to do same game parlays with a Miami Heat. Get the fuck out of here.
That race
Like, this
was
is-
all bombs. That's
Horse
crazy.
racing, horse racing is the best gambling sport in the world.
It
I'm
is.
sorry, it
It
just
is.
is. Like, what do you have to do? How many times do you have to parlay Texas A&M beating a team? I mean,
And here's
come
the
on,
thing,
stop it.
even when I lose, like here's the thing, I had a trifecta box in the juvenile Phillies. I threw that meaning in at the last second, and I had, I didn't have the 8 Super Corridera.
Yeah.
I saw her on the paper, and I was like, this horse has really good speed and should help her out here in her backyard, but
Yeah.
I never included her. And just to see that 3 meaning ran well gave me a thrill, even though I didn't make money on the bet.
Yeah.
I was close. So
Yeah.
I agree. Horse
Yeah.
racing is the best,
It's the
best
best.
thing to gamble on.
By the way, Sean O'Neill hit the capping the card exact in the first race because I had Cy-Fair, you had Brussels, and hey, that was the combo right there. Carl Carlson says by Tamara, who you're very high on, is the
That's
single
it,
for tomorrow.
for
You like that
sure.
horse in the Philly and Mare Sprint for sure. Joe Legendary, only single in the card tomorrow. Baeza, he's going with a bomb there in the Classic. And Joe, I respect it. If you hit that, legendy, you're going to be a legend if you hit that. I love it. 15-1 on the morning line, and we got the chance to walk by Baeza the other day, and he's a really nice horse.
He's a really nice horse, and he's a late May foal, and you'd imagine that, as we get later in the year, this horse is going to become on par, or we'll see a big progression in this horse as a late foal that the others don't have at this point in the year. So Baeza is really interesting to me. I know for a fact, my belief is Baeza beats journalism tomorrow, 100%. I don't know where journalism and Baeza finished. Neither of them are in my top 4. But I know that Baeza probably is going to run 5th and 100% beat journalism. That's my opinion.
I hear you. By the way, Alex suggests that you just walk up to somebody in the paddock and go, "Sir, pardon, I'm Kaylie Shapiro." And then people will just part like the Red Sea. Maybe we can try that tomorrow. Listen. Do you know who I am? If you have to ask the question, they don't. But listen, something you all should do is use the promo code LIVE25. If you're not playing on NYRA Bets yet, use the promo code LIVE25. You get a free $25 bet up to a $200 deposit match bonus. Uncle Sully making an Assiniboia Downs joke. I'm always going to be here for that. What in the wide world of horse racing goes wrong with the number 1 post? Is this is Del Mar, not Assiniboia? I hear you.
I know
That
right?
number 1 post is cursed at Assiniboia. Anybody who's ever played Assiniboia knows that. Sean Patrick Nolan and I joke about it all the time. There's ghosts in the number 1 post there in the number 1 stall. And today, Iron Orchard in the juvenile Phillies, that race was over before it started for, and I felt so bad because you and I both thought she had a nice shot.
I can't comment until I see the replay. I didn't have a good viewing of that race whatsoever.
Yeah.
I literally could not find a place to watch that race. So I'm looking forward to watching the replay. I watched on the TV with my glasses. I was like this, trying to see Iron Orchard. I don't know what happened to her. I imagine the 1 post put her into trouble.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, she
I
just
need to
walked
watch
out
the
and she
replay.
blew the brake. It was a little bit like
Which is a little
Brussels.
bit weird because she's never had a problem braking.
Nope, she hasn't. But you know who had a problem out of the number 1 hole last year in the juvenile? East Avenue.
Don't even bring it up.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. Number 1
I
hole
know.
at Del Mar in a juvenile
Yeah.
race. Same thing. And Brussels had the issue too. Young horses on the
And
inside
Brussels
rail
overcame it. That's the difference.
ran a huge
That's what
race.
it
Yeah.
was. Pretty
Iron
interesting.
Orchard, you could tell she was too far back and she did not like the kickback early on. So it was one of those things. Yeah, Sean O'Neill just Brant got his paddle out and tried to row home. Yeah, it's interesting. I saw that. I didn't see this comment because we're not able to hear kind of all the commentary when we're here. But Robert T says Johnny B said Ted Notty idled a little bit, and that certainly did seem like because he got past, and then he did kind of idle, and then when he felt Mr. AP come up, he kind of surged again. And it just
I don't know.
You see that out of 2-year-olds where sometimes they want a horse to run it. Chad had a turf horse that's like this. Zulu Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Zulu Kingdom used to be like this, where Zulu Kingdom would get to the lead and then look around for somebody else.
Tenoffi's a Derby horse. That's what I draw from that.
Oh, certainly. Yeah, certainly a horse that's going to be a pretty serious effort on the Derby Trail. By the way, guys, I just want to. This is what we're dealing with right now. This is the Pacific Ocean out there. You guys can't see all the colors, which is really too bad. But it is. I know. I wish we could too, because it's absolutely gorgeous. By the way, I'm going to walk back a little bit. I'm going to try not to kill anybody, but I am going to show everybody the best view. There's Kaylie, in all of the sport, and this is what you're in for. Me walking around my laptop trying to show you guys stuff, but this right here is the view. So that's the view we have. We get to see the paddock from up here. You can't beat it, man. It's awesome. I mean, it's an absolutely picturesque view. Yes, we're up here on the roof, but it's absolutely gorgeous. We'll make it back to the, we got some purple lighting here. I'm going to try not to trip over various things that are here on the roof, but it is absolutely gorgeous out here at Del Mar. If any of you have ever had the chance to come, you got to do it. But listen, a lot of great performances today, and Kaylie's back now. She's back. She's made it. But it's been, I feel
Who's
bad.
everyone feeling for the Classic tomorrow? Everybody leave your comments. I slept on this race for 3 days in a row.
Yeah.
Ever since Sovereignty scratched, I've been nonstop thinking about this race, and I would love to know who everyone has in tomorrow's Classic.
I would love to see it too.
Curious.
You and I have different opinions. We asked our boss, Will O'Connor. Shout out to Will if he's watching. Will had a different choice.
Sierra Leone.
He had Sierra Leone, which I thought you were going to pick.
No,
and you,
Sierra Leone. Listen, that horse is going to show up no matter what.
I don't know. He's not your top choice.
No, but he was.
Yeah, you're going to go fierceness. Is the real fierceness going to show up? I don't know.
I think we're going to see the real fierceness, because I don't think we've seen anything other than the real fierceness from him out in California.
That's true. He's always run huge out of California.
Isolate his 1.25 mile races. You're dealing with a literal freak.
Yeah,
that's my opinion. And I think Sierra Leone's going to run second. I think that we're going to see the best 2 horses finish 1-2, but Sierra Leone's not going to catch fierceness this year. I think they're going to finish 1-2.
Yeah.
I love Sierra Leone, and I love to see both of those horses run a huge race tomorrow for their last race of their career on the track ever. So,
yeah.
But definitely just on the paper.
Yeah.
Fierceness looks really tough to beat.
He does. And by the way, I want to shout out, we've been missing some comments. I want to catch up on a few. Sean O'Neill says, I think the ARC race and the quick turnaround coming here leaves me, Mini Hawk is definitely vulnerable. I agree. I'm not somebody who uses the sheets very much. Kaylie, I know we don't really do that. I'm not a sheets handicapper. I know the sheets do not like Mini Hawk at all. And I think Rags has a pretty low rating on Mini Hawk as well. I think Rebels Romance. I think he makes history. I think he wins the 3rd time in 4 years, which he would be the first horse to win 3 non-consecutive Breeders' Cups in 4 years, which would be an amazing feat if he did that.
But he is like a person.
He is like a person. I mean, I feel like I've gotten to know him.
He is like a person.
We anthropomorphize all the time. Yes.
He's amazing. I love Rebels Romance. He's about just one of the coolest horses in training.
You got to walk over. You got to walk over when the AC is turned on, guys. This is what we're dealing with. The AC is turned on. So we're going over one. Coming here now. We're coming right here. Kaylie, we're just coming right here. Kaylie's trying to walk all the way to Santa Anita. Here we are. And so we're just right here. There she is. Appreciate you guys sticking with us through all of this. Yeah, Sean points out that Liza has a moving pattern in the thoroughgraphs for sure. And yeah,
that's for sure. I'm always interested in the thoroughgraphs. And
yes.
Listen, I don't I don't download them and read them myself. I've tried a couple of times and I've been successful when I've tried, but I'm always interested in knowing what the thoroughgraph players think.
Yeah, I do too.
Real
I do too.
thoroughgraph players.
I do
I'd
too.
love to know what they think.
I do too. I do too. Carlos says, IRAD and Mind Frame will be popping bottles. Carlos, if that happens, guess who's popping bottles too? This guy right here. I love Mind Frame tomorrow. I think he rolls in the classic. I'm excited for that. Kaylee's on Fierceness. That's Will chiming in. Yeah, he's on Sierra Leone tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. And, Robert Morrison, he's going forever young over journalism in the exacta box. That's the crazy part about this race.
I think
is that we haven't even touched on the horse in Forever Young, who's won the most money out of everybody in this field. $15 million. Beat Romantic Warrior in the Saudi Cup. That was one of the best races of the year. I haven't even talked about him.
Romantic.
He is a turf horse. Yes, he is. You can say it louder than that. He is a turf horse, indeed.
I'm just confirming.
Yeah. No, he is.
I liked Forever Young. I saw him for the first time ever yesterday, and he was really impressive and cool to see in person. Love how he leads the tribe, of the Japanese horses. He's really cool. And he has great energy about him on the track. And I will say that.
Yeah.
I think he shows up tomorrow. I'm going with Fierceness all day. And
Yeah.
I think there's literally no shot that journalism finishes in the exacta. That's my opinion.
There you go. Jose Ortiz, obviously the new jockey. A lot has been made of that and the jockey change and where journalism is going to sit, I think, is a big question tomorrow. Obviously, I think the connections want him to sit a little bit closer than he had, certainly in the Pacific Classic, where he was dead last by a mile. And we'll see. So it is, it's going to be fun to see what happens in the Classic. Nysos is the horse that I'm, excited about seeing, obviously.
So
but the other horse I'm excited seeing about, and I'd love to hear what you all think about this. Ben Tornado. I want to hear everybody's story because this is a common story that happens. I had Ben Tornado last year in the Breeders' Cup Sprint at 28-1. I love the horse. I told everybody to bet that horse. I thought I had the winner at the top of the stretch. The horse loses. Finishes second to straight no chaser. Now he's 5-2. We all have done it before, where we got a 28-1 shot who runs his eyeballs out. And you go, man, that's amazing. He never got 28-1 again. Now he's 5-2. I'm still going to bet him as my top pick. Man, I wish I got 28-1 again in that sprint. That's a good race.
That was a mistake I made with 10 Nafi today. I made so much money on him in the
that's true. That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah. When I looked at 4-5 or whatever the price he went off at, I was like, hell no, am I taking that price? Because I cashed out at 7-2.
Yeah.
So I was trying to beat him with Brand. But I think you're onto something with staying on your horse. That you had a huge price last year.
Yeah. It was tough. Alex, appreciate it, man. We are indeed lovable, and I appreciate doing this. This is all. Hey, man, this is what it's all about. It's talking horses with the horse players. We love this stuff. This is what it's all about, and it is so much. And Uncle Sully's right. It's better than handing out cotton candy or Halloween candy for sure. So
I keep forgetting it's Halloween, you guys.
It is Halloween. It is what's everybody dressing up at, and so this is this is going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. Kaylie, do you have a best bet for tomorrow? I mean, I know you like Fierceness in the Classic. You like Tamara in that Philly Mare Sprint. The Distaff, you're going with who? Seismic Beauty?
Yeah, and I think I'm going to play a little bit with Scylla in some bets.
Oh, yeah, Scylla 15-1.
And I think we can do a little bit of something with her. Also, the Dirt Mile. Obviously, we have Nysos in there.
Yeah.
Nysos is going to win the race. That's my hard opinion. I'm putting Chance to McPatrick in an exacta. Straight exacta, 100%. Chance to McPatrick looks amazing out on the backside. Got to take a good look at him yesterday, and he looks really muscled up and like he's actually grown a bit. And I really like how Chancer's looking leading up to this race. I never picked Chancer.
I know
I liked him obviously last year in the whole. I liked him as a 2-year-old a ton, and then as he got older, I was like off of him completely, and he looks really good. He looks the best he's ever looked since I've been following him, since he was a 2-year-old, and I think that the one, going a mile, he's going to get the pace that he needs to run into, and I think he can get a pretty nice trip and a good shot.
I
He's
like the
15-1.
I forget the name of the horse. I like the Uruguayan horse. I like the Uruguayan horse who's 20-1 for Michael McCarthy. Horse has never lost a race, and the local jock is coming up to ride him. What the hell? Let's have some fun with this thing. We got some updates here. Tim King, shout out to Tim. I've met him at Monmouth. We met Timothy this year. Timothy says today's handle for Future Stars Friday at Del Mar, 63 million. Not a bad day of handle for sure. Alex says, you guys don't sleep, do you? And he's dressing up for me as Halloween. Got to get the tie. You got to get the vest. You got to make the whole 9 yards. Got to get the glasses. It'll be good. Carlos Warren goes, he's got Clecon in the distaff. The Brendan Walsh horse who won the cotillion at Parks, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Nice filly. Really nice filly. She needs to get faster on the figures, but nice filly who's improving.
But there's no reason to believe that she won't get faster on the figures. She's a steadily progressing filly, and she really impressed me at Parks. And I think she can run a big race tomorrow as well.
I wouldn't be shocked at all. Sean O'Neill says he likes Zeitlos underneath in the sprint race, closing in from far behind. One of the things that does happen in those sprints is they just go too fast early.
I always fall into this with Zeitlos.
I know. Zeitlos is one of those that I don't want to say the horse burns money, but like it does happen a lot where you're like, but using the horse underneath might not be a bad idea. Use the horse second, third, makes a big run. Soul of an Angel, we saw come well off the pace last year.
I love Stella. The more I kept examining her, if you separate out her route races only, she's a pretty good filly. Pretty good horse.
She is.
She stacks up nicely against this field if you just look at her route races. And we all know Bill Mott trains these horses up until the big day. I wish Sovereignty was running tomorrow. I don't think I would sleep tonight if Sovereignty was running tomorrow. I would not go to sleep tonight.
I don't think you would either.
But
and
he only has one runner now in the Breeders' Cup.
Zilla.
I'd imagine she shows up tomorrow.
I'd imagine she will too. And by the way, Robert Morrison says, FanDuel says journalism has been training fantastic. Robert, no surprise. He always trains fantastic. That horse always looks good and always trains fantastic. So no surprise there. He is a classy horse. And he's a beautiful mover and he's a beautiful horse. I just don't think he's good enough to get the job done.
No, and if you pay that much for a horse,
so he better be beautiful.
And there is royally bred as you
yes.
better hope that they have straight legs and that they move nice.
Yeah, he does. And he does.
I'm not taking anything away from him. He's a really nice horse. And he's a beautiful mover, but take a look at Nevada Beach moving on the track. He moves pretty nicely.
Yeah, no, he does.
A lot of them do. That's the thing.
Yeah. No, they do. Everybody looks good. Everybody looks good out there. And listen, it's a lot of fun. It's getting dark up here. Let's see if we shift over this way. I'll keep going. I'm gonna try not to kill us all. Here we go. What are we doing here? Maybe a little better. I don't know. Kaylie, what do you think? A little better or worse? I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe better that way? Better this way? I don't know. Oh, hey, Kaylie. Here we are. By the way, my laptop is very precariously perched on the top of a terracotta tile on top of Del Mar and could end up in the paddock tomorrow. So you could see my laptop on Breakfast at the Breeders' Cup on FanDuel if we're not careful. But listen, Carlos Warren asked, what happened to True Love? I was a little worried about that horse. I just thought, I don't know. A very impressive filly, no doubt about it. But I just thought True Love maybe, going around the bend in those turf sprints, trying to turn for the first time. I don't know. I just thought maybe you and I both thought she was vulnerable. I mean, she wasn't our top pick for either of them. So we'll see.
I need to watch it.
Yeah, no, we'll watch some replays tonight. But listen, Kaylie, we're about to wrap up here because we're losing light. So we got to sign off. But before we sign off, I encourage you guys, if you're not playing with NYRA Bets yet, use the promo code LIVE25. If you use that promo code LIVE25, you get a free $25 bet and up to a $200 deposit match bonus.
Guys, that's literally free $25 of money. Like, all you have to do is sign up for NYRA Bets. You get free $25.
Yeah.
And I do that all the day. That's just me.
Yeah, absolutely. All day, every day. And so we're watching the sunset here over the Pacific. So life is not bad, even though we are on a rooftop. And Jessica, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And by the way, shout out to all the people who came up to us today at Del Mar and said hi. that they enjoyed the videos. We talked to a bunch of different people who came by today. Penn State Scott was up there. We had a bunch of buddies from Pennsylvania. It was really nice to see everybody tuning in.
Someone told me mix in some decaf tomorrow.
Yeah, Uncle Sully.
You guys, I only had one coffee today. I'm just really excited for tomorrow.
This is what horse racing does to the woman. What can I say? Rooftop commentary. We love it. Absolutely. So, Robert T, absolutely. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to be having listen, go to NYRA Bets YouTube. We got Cap in the card. Kaylie and I go through all 9 races for the Breeders' Cup. Top pick, top value play for all of them. We're going to have so much fun. And absolutely, my God, do we read the chat? Absolutely, we read the chat. Kaylie reads all the YouTube comments too. So if you guys leave comments on YouTube, Kaylie's going to read them.
I love them.
And so, yeah, Sean, as we said, you guys are awesome. You guys, of course. Get that yawn. And so I get that yawn.
Can't wait for tomorrow, Jessica. I'm in the same boat.
I know. Really appreciate everybody's kind words. And listen, we're going to be tuning in again tomorrow after everything. So it's going to be so much fun. But I hope everybody cashed a little bit on Juvenile Friday and has a great day tomorrow. And for Classic Saturday, we're going to be back on NYRA Bets with a ton of content. So thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in. Kaylie, Shapiro, Matthew DeSantis here. Have a great and profitable day at the races. And remember, tomorrow morning, it's post time.